While women across America are dodging outdated laws, losing healthcare, and watching their rights vanish faster than a good Wi-Fi signal in the woods, a group of fabulously wealthy ladies decided, you know what, Earth's just not giving what it used to. So naturally, they did what rich people do best when society's on fire: book a quick escape.
Nope.
Not to the Hamptons, space. On Monday, 6 mostly famous and/or extremely rich women boarded Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket, New Shepard. Yes, the same Bezos whose Amazon boxes haunt your front door, and jetted off to the edge of space. For a glorious 11 minutes, they soared to the Kármán line, which is apparently where the Earth's atmosphere ends and extremely expensive photo ops begin.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Now, space tourism is many things: risky, wildly expensive, and an incredible flex on your haters. But one thing it is not: feminism. Yet, here we are watching headlines call it a historic all-female flight, as if these women stormed the cockpit of patriarchy and not just signed a very large waiver and slipped into matching jumpsuits, and if you'd like to join the next mission, all it takes is a non-refundable $150,000 deposit. That's right, empowerment, but make it luxury. The total cost of a ticket is top secret, but for context, a seat on the very first flight sold for $28 million.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's roughly everything I could possibly manifest through vision boards. Sure, I'm all for women doing incredible things, be it smashing glass ceilings or breaking the sound barrier, but calling this joyride a win for womankind is like calling a Kardashian Instagram filter a feminist manifesto. Meanwhile, the photos from the mission were giving Vogue, Astronaut Edition, glamour shots of the 6 women looking serious yet seductive with their flight suits tastefully unzipped just enough to whisper space but make it fashion. It was less Apollo 13 and more America's Next Top Martian. But let's be honest, this isn't about progress for women. This is what feminist writer Andy Ziesler calls marketplace feminism, where companies wrap empowerment in a shiny bow and try to sell it back to us for a premium. This was corporate space cosplay with a side of girl power. And yes, the women did voluntarily yeet themselves into the sky at over 2,000 miles per hour as floating billboards for Blue Origin. If anything, it's a real-time lesson in marketing. Mix a little identity politics with rocket fuel, and boom, you've got history. Now back on Earth, we're told the goal was to gain a new perspective.
It's really quiet and peaceful, and you look down at the planet and you think, that's where we came from?
Said crew member Gail King upon landing. And sure, that's beautiful and deep, but it does beg the question, couldn't we just use Google Earth? Even Katy Perry dropped an eco-friendly mic before launch, saying the journey would remind us to protect our Mother Earth fiercely. Bold words, especially considering that a typical 11-minute space tourism flight emits at least 75 tons of carbon per passenger. That's about the same as Thailand emitted in all of 2023. Talk about a carbon footprint the size of a moon boot. Now, to be fair, Blue Origin's rocket uses water vapor instead of CO2, so they technically get a gold star in slightly less atmospheric destruction.
1, 2, 3, take it up space!
But launching luxury liners into space for a 10 minutes joyride still isn't exactly the sustainability win of the decade. So what did we learn from this celestial detour? That being rich is fun. That rockets make great Instagram content, and no matter how far women travel, even to the edge of space, they still get used as marketing tools in designer zip-up suits. So here's hoping the next frontier for feminism doesn't require a billionaire's approval and 75 tons of carbon emissions.